You can't just hire anyone. Okay. In fact, I would say you can't even hire the best marketing agency in your town, or someone that someone else, a networked friend or colleague, former colleague, or even someone a business uses locally. You can't just use any agency. An agency needs to have a church focus to help you achieve your church marketing goals. Now, what that means is it means two things. It doesn't just mean, hey, we want to get you more leads that can become prospects to come to church, or we can get you more guests, or we can get you more website traffic. Anyone can do that, okay? You need an agency that's church focused, meaning they understand the mission of the church, but then also understand how to work within the confines and boundaries of the church organization as a structure, as an entity. A lot of agencies I talk to hate working with churches and nonprofits because you have to go through a board or a committee, or the pastor makes the decision to work with them, but then they have to work with volunteers, and they hate that. They're not equipped to handle that. They're not equipped to do nighttime phone calls because pastors bivocational. They're not equipped to understand the intricate needs that a church website has. Like, hey, we might have to put bylaws on the site, or we need to have individual ministries that all follow the same design structure, but we can't charge them $1,000 per page because they just can't do that, right? So you need to make sure that whoever you're working with in an agency or freelance capacity understands how to work within the boundaries of the church. They need to know that they're going to have to get on a Zoom call sometimes to speak with a committee. They need to know the sales cycle is longer. They can't just call one decision maker and keep hounding him because it's the pastor, when actually the finances sit with one committee, the maintenance sits with another one, and the check signer is a deacon who doesn't come to church in the middle of the week except to sign checks on every third Tuesday of the month, right? And agencies get very impatient with that. And so they're not equipped to handle that. And so when they need to get on the phone with the pastor or with the committee member, they call the pastor, and the pastor's in the hospital. The pastor can't answer the phone, or he does answer the phone. He has no idea what's going on. Or the opposite, they only want to work with the pastor. And if they're not structured right, they're going to be calling the pastor every other day, or you, pastor, they're calling you every day, trying to ask you questions that you have no sense in knowing or dealing with. They're just not... They don't understand the boundaries that must exist within a healthy church leadership culture. They will break those boundaries, or they will be stopped dead in their tracks by them and not understand how to move forward. And so they need to understand that there are a lot of folks that are really good at selling. Sometimes I get to be one of them. And they don't understand that the church has different needs. Okay. Because if you're doing lead generation for a business, you're going to go out and get whatever you can to get them a qualified lead and just send 1,000 leads a week to a business because they can handle it. If I sent you 1,000 names to your church, we'd be very excited, but they're all going to be low quality, burned out, or you're not going to get to them. So when you call them in 6 months, they're going to say, hey, I don't need you. I already found something else. And it may not have been a church. So there has to be a focus in understanding how the church operates in order to best serve you.